time there's a top 10 clash, the focus of the entire nation zooms in on a game like that. When it's a conference showdown, the stakes are even higher. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the USC Trojans, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Clemson Tigers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Trojans will put toe to leather and we'll get started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. He wants to start this drive with a pass. It's complete on the right side. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Starting this drive like that is exactly what they'd hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. They'll run it out of the shotgun. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road, bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. They're working that left side. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Clemson set up with another 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. Trying to set up the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Yeah, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are. I know that was third down, and I know the quarterback's trying to be careful. You don't want to be too greedy, but he had guys open downfield. I think if he had been a little bit more patient and been a little bit more willing to let the play develop, I think he could have converted that with a throw vertically down the field. Instead, he got lazy, checked it down to his running back, and now they're setting up fourth down.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Makes the grab. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they were aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on fourth down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness, but now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Back to pass, it's Nelson. Moves around to clear up the vision. He'll get rid of it. He's got an open man. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
It's a really nice job out there making the catch. I feel like fans are always expecting one of these Trojan receivers to be in the conversation for being best in the country, right? Because of the success they've had in the past and certainly in more recent years. There's a lot of pressure to play that position now at the Coliseum and at USC, but this guy right here, he has been making his mark on this offense.
Leaves it with the back. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4. And the Trojans in the hurry up.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple yards there.
Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on third down. Here's a heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Can you believe this? The offense is going for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He'll take a shot. Oh, right through his hand. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one.
So many factors go into making the big play in the big moment, calling the right play, getting protection. You got it all dialed up. It's perfect. And then he does that, drops the ball right in his hands.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Off the bootleg and rolling out. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
The Tigers come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They turn to the passing game on third and short. Grabbed in the middle, it's Smith. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. They get the conversion there. He used his size and nice moves to get past the chain.
And I like that. Third and short, find the big fella, the soft hands, make a quick little move, make the completion, get the first down.
And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Trying to beat him to the corner on the right. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Wide receiver going in motion. Back to pass on 2nd down. Using his legs to buy some time. Making a little bit of progress there. He gets it to the 40 before getting out of bounds.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive.
Here we go.
They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. He's got his man, makes the grab. And a good pickup there. They'll move the sticks for a first down. Let's see if they try to get another snap before the quarter expires. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Motion from the wideout. The option look. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Firing to the right, complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Man, the offense got away with one there. That was supposed to be a running back screen. Instead, the quarterback threw it somewhere else. And with all the offensive line running way down the field, they're lucky that wasn't a penalty.
Third and long from the 30-yard line, in this defense hoping to knock them out of field goal range. He might want another play. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Gets rid of it. Serious arm strength on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
Clemson looking to convert on 4th down.
Come on, set.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. He's going for a big play downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
That is such a great play by that defender. And how many times on deep balls do we see PI? Do we see pass interference? In situations just like that, that defender did an outstanding job.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? To the air, it's Nelson. It's complete to the right. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. Breaks into the open. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
A first down run on the doorstep. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Caught in the backfield, it's Straka. Touchdown, Trojans! A great catch and run for 6.
And this connection is on fire to start the season. Not one, not two, 3 games in a row he's got a receiving touchdown. They continue to find the playmaker, and I don't think it's going to end after game 3.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Tennessee opened up a can, and how many times can you say you went into someone else's building and beat them by double digits? It's what happened today and the rest of college football. Should take notice. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Hey, Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard down 7-0. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Fires on the move. Finds a man on the left. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
Well, he's making it look easy out there snagging that pass. Sammy Watkins, Mike Williams, T. Higgins. Great Clemson receivers in recent years. These guys just got open. They found a way with their speed and their route running ability. It's a lot of what this guy does here, too. He makes it easy on his quarterback.
And I understand what the offense is trying to do. Use the wide side of the field, right? Use all that space, pitch on the outside, get on the edge. But the defense was too disciplined. Great job setting the edge, not letting him get outside, making the big tackle.
The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down.
Let's go!
Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to fire on second down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Pulls it in, it's Hamilton. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. Passing game very effective on second down. What about here on third?
Cricket!
From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback on the move, still looking. He'll just throw it away, and it'll be fourth down.
And you know they're going to go for it again on fourth down. At least you think they are, because early in this game, we've already seen them try to go for it on a couple fourth downs. They didn't get any of those. They got to find a way to stay on the field here. They've got to get their best playmaker on offense, the football.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down.
Lasso! Lasso! Ankle! Lion! Timber! Tuna!
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Shoots it to the left. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Got room on the return. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
It's really hard when that quarterback gets outside the pocket because it cuts off half of the field. Once he starts to roll out, everybody starts to sprint to the other side of the field. You know you're not going to throw it across your body going to the right. Great job by the defense closing it off and making the interception.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Gets it past the marker. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, USC!
Anytime you've got a successful run play on the ground, you've got to have great blocking up front. The offensive line, receivers, everybody doing their job, and that helped lead to the home run.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Might be changing the route. Gets the back moving. They'll start this drive with a pass. Going to try to get it himself. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
Well, just nowhere to go there, and it started in the pocket. It was collapsing. Quarterback felt it, so he tried to get outside and make something happen himself, but give the defense tons of credit. Excellent job in pursuit. They're able to give up no gain.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Complete in the middle. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
It's way too early in the game to say this is a must score, but man, you've dug yourself an early hole, and this offense needs to capitalize. You're not getting the football after the half, so create some momentum now while you can.
Off the play fake on first down. Trying to make magic with turning it on. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there.
Nowhere to go. The ball's loose. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Off to the races to the right. 10. Touchdown, Southern Cal. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
You know, they say sometimes you got to be at the right place at the right time, and that linebacker was. When that ball came free, he saw it immediately, was able to scoop it, show you the speed, and he takes it back for a long touchdown.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. The scoop and score, what a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball, they wanted to do something with it, and they did. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Toss to the outside. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. Running to Green. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime.
Easy. Tuna, pilot. Arrow, Terrier. Terrier.
Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the wideout. Makes a connection. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. On the run, still looking. He'll try to do it himself. Not a lot of room there. He'll pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half.
29 Philly.
Back to the quarterback. And a flag flies as the pass is incomplete. Let's see who it's on. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Ready to start the second half, and Clemson will kick it away. Looks like he's going to bring it out. slips through the line. He's got an alley. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
What a way to seize momentum here. You start the second half, you take the first kick back to the house. Great blocking and an awesome job in the open field, making people miss and showing you the speed on that return. Wow.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 28-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Boston College will need to mount a comeback, but these fans remember when Zay Flowers earned All-America honors. They know this game is not over. It's still a one-score game. They're trailing by 8 to Texas A&M. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Looking to throw on first down. Buying some time as he moves left. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. They want to throw it. Looking down the middle. He makes the catch. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Wants to go up top on first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when they're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll return it. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They still have the lead, but a productive drive here would keep it a comfortable lead. Here's the handoff. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. The run to the left. Got room to work. Crosses the 35. There he goes. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They'll try it over the left side. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule and it makes those 3rd downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Breaks the tackle, and he's got room. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Valentine. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps, everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. On the run, it's Valentine. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
On the ride. Now the pitch. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. From the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. Between the uprights, it's good. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Tight end now in motion. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he's got enough for a first down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the third. That's the end of the period, and USC has the lead. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Off the boot, looking for his man. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. He'll pull it down and run. His defense fully aware. can run. They stop him after a short gain.
And because of the success that this quarterback has had early in this game running the football, if I'm the coordinator calling plays, I'm dialing up his number more. Designed runs, and also telling him on the sidelines, hey, listen, remember, if it's not open, take off. Just go get it yourself. They don't have an answer for you right now, and this is a big key for us to win this game.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Unloads to the right. Got him in the open. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air on first down. Dances away. He'll pull it down. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long.
Let's go.
Looking to fire. It's complete. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Operating in the red zone here on second down.
Pound 55 weak.
Back to pass. He'll throw it. Finds his big tight end. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. And the Tigers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. They'll send the tight end in motion. The offense changing the play. They'll run it to the left, looking for the touchdown here. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes. It just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they're down 31-14. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. SMU is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in Dallas. but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 11 over Middle Tennessee. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Direct snap. Maybe picked up a couple as he gets it to the 14. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Nelson. Steps away to find some room. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
On 4th down, going to the air. Fires downfield. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field...
Touchdown, Clemson! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
Getting set for the point after. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. And he's going to bring this one out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
They'll go right back to him. Oh, he's got some space. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. If they get this one to the finish line behind this powerful running game, landmark moment, guys, to win a top 10 showdown this early in the season.
Yeah, and just proving why I'm the higher-ranked team, right? Like proving my ranking, building my case throughout the season. This is a great one to put on the ledger. This will be one that the playoff committee will be looking on down the road, a big top 10 win early in the season.
David, I think they're also serving notice to the rest of the teams on their schedule. I mean, they're watching this game right now early in the year, and they're saying, man, these dudes run the football. We better buckle up when we play these guys. Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Throws toward the end zone. He reels it in on the sidelines, but he's out of bounds. That will be no catch.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. It's against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to...
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Deep shot for the end zone. This ball is picked off in the end zone, but no, he's out of bounds. The quarterback very fortunate to get away with that throw. What a show.